Hello in you. So I am going to go ahead and show you some examples from today's problem set that has you solving problems like such. We will still continue with the breaking apart, decomposing fractions. Think of it when you're thinking of fractions. I always like to think of a pizza, and you don't eat the whole pizza, you eat a slice of it. So you eat a fraction of it, or you might eat 2 fractions of it, or 3 if you're really hungry. And then also I think of those Hershey's milk chocolate bars that come in one whole bar, but then you can you can break off little squares and eat those. So let's get started. It has an example done for you here on part A. Remember, we are completing these in our notebook under the math section. We are snapping a clear picture of it and then submitting it to Canvas. So if I look at letter B, and it has 9/10. So letter B, 9/10. Let me get a darker marker. Blue's not working out for us. So now that I have a different marker, it says 9/10. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at this denominator. The denominator always tells you how many sections to mark off on your tape diagram. So I'm going to draw a big long tape diagram, and I am going to divide it into 10 sections. Let's do one more right here. And then I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what you're going to do, just as you did here, if this is your one whole, this represents 1, which would be 10/10. And it has, how many would you shade in from the tape diagram? You're going to shade in 9 out of 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9/10 shaded. Then it says, record the decomposition as a sum of unit fractions. Well, if I look at the whole thing, here I have 9/10. Actually, let me try this again. So it wants you to record it several different ways. I'm sorry. I am also going to post a video from Engage New York that we watch that helps us with teaching these lessons. Bear with us. We typically teach these live. So I'm going to look at this, and let's say I just have 1/10. 1/10. And then what could I add together to get that? So this might be my first example. I'll just put like a star or an asterisk by it. 1/10 plus 8/10 is going to give me 9/10. Well, then it asks you to give another way. So I look at that, and I could go, well, 1, 2, 3/10. 3/10. Well, how many tenths can you add to 3/10 to equal 9/10? We did these 3. How many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/10. Now, something to think about. Could I also break it apart a little more? Could I do, let's say I did 2/10. Well, I only have 2 plus 1/10. That'll give me 3/10. And then, 6/10. You could also, of course, do 1/10, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10, 1/10, all the way until you get to 9/10. Now, I'm going to do another one over here that is similar to C, but not exactly. This is called an improper fraction. Improper fractions are when you have a great big number or a bigger number over a smaller number. Big number, small number. That is an improper fraction. Also, if you think of dogs are one of my favorites. If you've got a great big Mastiff or a Rottweiler over a little bitty chihuahua. That's an improper fraction. So for example, let me go ahead and erase this. So for example, here, I am going to write 6/5. Remember, your denominator is always going to tell you how many pieces to divide that tape diagram into. So I draw a tape diagram, and I'm going to divide it into 5 pieces. 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, this tape measure is full. It's got 5/5. So I'm going to need one more. Another rectangle. And then when I fill this in, you've got another 1/5. Well, 5/5 plus 1/5 gives you 6/5. So if I want to break that one down, I could go 1, 2, 3 fifths plus, so if I did these 3 right here, I've got 1, 2, 3 here. 3/5 plus 3/5. Again, you could go 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5 6 times. I could also look at this and say, 4/5. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 2/5. Now, one thing we're still well messed up on the video earlier this week is I did not do, so here you have A, B, C, and then of course on the back you have A, B, C, and D, making for a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions that you are to do independently. I know you can do them. But let's look at A on this page. It says, draw and shade a tape diagram for the given fraction. Record the decomposition of a fraction in 3 different ways using number sentences. So, same type of thing, but I'll go ahead and do A with you. Last one, Wildcats. Thank you for your patience. Recording these videos is a challenge for me, but I'm going to endure and keep doing it. So I'm going to look at 7/8. I'm going to draw my tape diagram. 7/8. How many sections do I need to divide it into? Okay. I need to divide it into 8. Helpful hint. What I always do is I look at my denominator. And when you look at your denominator, to make the tape diagram, you're going to do 1 less vertical line to section it off. So here, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. 7/8. And then it says, record the decomposition of the fraction 3 different ways using number sentences. Well, again, I could do 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more plus 1/8. Or I could do something like this, like the bubble, 7/8. How can I break apart this bubble? Because this is another way to show this. Well, let's say I have 6/8. What might I add to 6/8 to get 7/8? 1/8. Again, I wish that I had a way to get these to you so you had the worksheets to work on, but unfortunately, we're just going to make a lemonade out of lemons, and you can do them in your math notebook. Try to take a clear picture and then upload that file to Canvas. I want you to remember, assignments given on Thursday, today, you have a 48-hour grace period to upload them to Canvas. So really, I'm checking for their completion on Monday. Every day you get a little better and better, and I'm very proud of you. Rock on with your math, ladies and gentlemen.